On today's Enrique's First Time Buyer channel, we're going to talk about overbidding on houses. Hey, welcome back. This is Enrique, and this is Enrique's First Time Buyer channel. This is a channel on YouTube where we talk about everything related to purchasing a home. We know that buying a home can be complicated. It can be very confusing. So that's the reason why the First Time Buyer channel is here, is to help you gain some clarity, learn more about the process of buying a home and what are some of the things that you need to know about from an expert. I've been doing this for a long time. I have helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of families become homeowners by helping them finance their dream. And of course, I have a phenomenal channel, so make sure you hit subscribe. Go check out the rest of our videos. But today we're going to talk about something that is happening right now, not only here in Southern California where I work, but everywhere in the United States. And it has to do with people who are overbidding on houses. Should I overbid on a home? What does that mean? Well, first of all, you need to understand that we are still finding that this is one of the hottest markets in real estate that we've had in the history of the United States. There's been other markets like this, but this one in particular is phenomenal. It's hot, it's taken a long time, it's still going, there's no end in sight. And what it means is that there is a huge amount of demand for homes and very little inventory. You know what happens when that's the case? It's like anything else. If there's a demand for something where a lot of people want to buy something and there's very few of those to purchase, the demand gets crazy. It reminds me of at Christmas a few years ago where they had that Tickle Me Elmo, and there were only so many hundreds or thousands of those that were built, but everybody wanted one. So they were going for exorbitant prices. Well, it feels like the real estate market may be doing the same thing. So here's what happens. You are qualified to buy a home. Maybe you got qualified already. You know that you can purchase a home for X amount of money. And you start making bids on houses and you keep losing to other people. And then you realize, you know what? Looks like I'm going to have to offer more money than what they're asking in order to be able to gain the house. Is that a good idea? You may be asking yourself that question. I'm here to tell you that there are some answers, and they're not necessarily as simple as you may think. A lot of people will tell you right off the bat, do not overbid on houses. That's not a good idea. If the house is listed for $450,000, you should not offer any more money than that. And there are other people and a lot of real estate agents who are from the philosophy that, you know what, the market is demanding more. Should you offer more? And they tell you, yeah, you're going to have to offer $5,000 or $7,000 or $10,000 more. Well, first of all, you need to know that we're seeing a mixture of things. A lot of the offers that we see accepted right here in our very market, loans that I'm doing, a lot of them, people are not necessarily overbidding. What they're doing is they're putting together a file that's pretty strong with a good letter, with a local broker making the offer in terms of the qualification, with not a lot of contingencies on the loan. Maybe put in a strong earnest money deposit, maybe put in a little extra down payment, showing proof of funds up front, maybe showing a full approval up front. A lot of people get the offer accepted even at normal price because they do a good job at putting the file together. But then you have other people who are overbidding on the houses and they're still not getting them because there is more than just overbidding on a home. Now, what happens when you overbid on a home? Let's take a look. So first of all, there might be sellers that maybe are lowballing the house a little bit in order to attract a lot of attention. So you may have to overbid a little bit to get it. But you have to be conscious about the fact that the home still has to appraise. What does that mean? It means that when you get the house, you're still going to have to order an appraisal. Your bank will order an appraisal, and that house has to appraise. If it doesn't appraise, your loan may not go through. For example, let's say you offer $400,000 on a home that was listed for $390,000. And when you order the appraisal, it doesn't come in at $400,000. The appraisal says, hey, this house is not worth $400,000. It's only worth $392,000 or $393,000. So that means the bank is no longer going to give you a loan. You're going to have to come in with a difference, or the seller is going to have to reduce, or you're going to have to meet in the middle. That's the challenge of overbidding, is that I have seen offers that are $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 over asking price, and then of course the appraisal doesn't come in, and then everybody gets upset and everybody walks away. And that is a terrible thing. It just happened to us this week where we knew that the home was not going to appraise, but they decided to go through with it. the home came in short $15,000, and here we are, and we ended up having to cancel because the buyer doesn't have the extra money, the seller doesn't want to reduce the price, and we were at a stalemate. So we had to cancel it. The house is back in the market, and of course, now there's other people overbidding on that same house because it's a beautiful home. So the answer to whether you should overbid or not has a lot to do with really how much you are going to overbid. And it also has to do a lot with the experience that you are dealing with in terms of your real estate agent. If you're dealing with a savvy, strong, very experienced agent, they're going to give you some solid advice. I work with a couple of agents locally here that will tell you, hey, it's okay to overbid $5,000 on this one, but no more than that. Or they may say to you, hey, this house is already overpriced. Let's just offer asking price because we may not even get the appraised value at what they're asking. So those are things that you and your agent are going to have to sort out. Overbidding just for the sake of overbidding doesn't make sense. You also have to know that if the home doesn't come in and you don't have the money to cover the shortage in terms of the appraisal, then you're going to find yourself stuck with a home that you're not going to be able to close. And you may even put your deposit in jeopardy. So it's extremely important that you take time to go through all of this, to figure out how are you going to make things work for you in terms of getting an offer accepted. So overbidding could be a good idea, but it can also be very, very dangerous. So make sure you are talking to a strong real estate professional and make sure that you have a solid loan person, a loan officer, a mortgage broker that is going to give you solid advice to get your offer accepted and to be able to close properly. I hope that I answered some questions. Comment below if you have any more questions. Click on our name. You'll see our information there. And go check out the rest of our videos. You know, it's a hot market, but it doesn't have to be difficult to get an offer accepted. We succeed every single week. So I do wish you the best, and I hope that you learn more about buying a home and becoming a homeowner. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.